Hey guys, Jimmy Yin here, the neurology acupuncture specialist, and coming to you with another daily power tips. Today is Friday. Friday, we're going to go over Foodie Friday. So this is not going to be a typical Foodie Friday that you are used to me doing. Some of the stuff I'm going to talk about today, you may not want to eat. But this is actually tied to a research that I read in PubMed. It was in 2013. It was on diabetic neuropathy. But it can be used for any type of neuropathy, right? So one of the things about why Chinese medicine is so effective for neuropathy neurological conditions and neuropathy is because a lot of the herbs that we use are just like food. They are food, right? Some of them are not our usual food, but it's not chemically made. It's not man-made. It's not synthetic. It's actually that comes natural. God created using just like the Garden of Eden, so to speak. All in the garden, there is all the medicinals, all the plants, herbs that you need to heal yourself, right? So this is just one. That's the beauty of Chinese medicine, because it's utilizing what nature created, what nature has to help our human body improve. And so this is for neuropathy. So one of the most common herbs that we use is something called I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. It's lumbricus. Okay. So what is lumbricus? Lumbricus is actually earthworm. And I know some of y'all are like, ooh, nasty, what was that book, was it, I don't know if it was Tom Sawyer or something, one of those old books where, they ate earthworms, right? Well, those kids probably didn't have neuropathy, but they were actually doing something that could actually improve their blood circulation, right? So earthworms actually is a commonly used Chinese herb, and what does it do? So if you look at this is, just underneath, this is the ground. This is my little earthworm, it's purple. Earthworms, what do? They dig, right? And earthworms are good for, when farmers are planting things, it kind of loosens up the soil, right? And allows the water to go deep down into the soil and to nourish. So it digs these little pathways. These are pathways. So earthworm can dig all of these little pathways throughout the ground, right? And when that happens, down here, you get a lot of water. So up here, like all the nutrients that are up here, can actually go down here, and they can all fall down here and nourish all of these areas, provide nutrients for all these areas, right? Just because it loosens the soil, water gets down here, nutrients get down here, and it's all because of a little earthworm, right? So the earthworm is actually very important to our ecosystem, but it can also be very important for if you suffer from neuropathy. Neuropathy is nerve damage, and if you think about it, if it can loosen up the soil, what are these little, pathways that it creates? What does it look like? Does it look like blood vessels to you, right? So earthworms can actually unblock blood vessels. It's good for cardiovascular patients too, but it can unblock the blood vessels and allows nutrients to be pushed throughout the whole body. And it's just the same way how the earthworm helps the soil under the trees and the grass, fertilize, get better nutrition. The earthworm can help unblock our blood vessels, improve the blood circulation, and which especially to the hands and feet, because when you have neuropathy, it's hard to get the blood circulation to the small capillaries. Well, the earthworm can help unblock it and get to your hands and feet. And that's the beauty of the earthworm, right? No, I'm not saying go out into your yard and dig up some earthworm and start eating it. That's not what I'm saying. You have to process it, okay? You have to cook it. And I'm not saying to eat earthworms, okay? But, when it's professionally processed, okay, when it's professionally cooked and cleaned, then it's actually safe to take. And so earthworm is part of one of the herbs that I add for our neuropathy patients, so that it can help unblock their blockages and improve the blood circulation to their hands and feet, to the little capillaries, right? So earthworm is just one of the herbs that was discussed in this PubMed research that showed that Chinese medicine actually is very effective for diabetic neuropathy. And so it's just one of the herbs. There's tons of herbs and in different combinations. But I'll be going over every single different type of herbs that is used to help restore nerve function. Like I said, the earthworm can also help with heart, cardiovascular disease, so cholesterol problems, and high blood pressure. It can unblock the blood vessels, right? So earthworm is super powerful. So don't kill it. Don't go out and just start killing earthworms. Put it back in the soil. It helps our ecosystem, and it can also help our body for those of us who are suffering from neuropathy. All right. So this was the Foodie Friday tip for today. I know it may sound disgusting. We'll go over some other ones like barks and trees and so forth like that, which are not so exciting, but earthworm I thought was a pretty good one to start off with because it's pretty cool, and probably you're going to be disgusted, but it's super effective. All right, so hopefully this is beneficial. Next Friday we'll go over the next herb that can help nerve regeneration, neuropathy, and just neurological conditions in general. Okay, guys. Jimmy Yan from Achieve Integrative Health. Remember, everything in life is achievable, so it's up to you to make it happen. And yes, sometimes we gotta eat a little earthworms to make it happen.